What's good, family? What's good? What's good? I'm gonna give you my recap for week five. It's your boy Urban Sports Guru. Then we got Los Angeles. They beat Seattle Thursday night. No surprise, Seattle. They get Russell Wilson got hurt, but if you can stop them from making big plays, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf down the field, because they've kind of fallen in love with the deep ball. You stop them for that, you can really slow down their offense. And you see what the Rams do. They play a lot of safe. They play this what they do with their safeties, and the fact that they had a great corner in Jalen Ramsey. The defense is kind of tailor made for Seattle. It's tailor made for them. Then we got the Jets playing a tough game, and then going against Atlanta. You know, just the more experienced quarterback, and the defense got to go up against an experienced quarterback. And their rookie Kyle Pitts looked good. I mean, he's a matchup nightmare. I think he's that. I think he's going to be Darren Waller 2.0. That's just my opinion. Then we have Green Bay and Cincinnati playing a back and forth thriller at overtime. That no kicker seemed to want to make a kick. Eventually, Sam Crosby made one, and they went in overtime. Green Bay's in my top five. I'll be posting on IG. Who is my top five for the week? Green Bay is still in my top five. Then we have Detroit against Minnesota. Detroit covered, as I told you. I said covered because I didn't think they'll win, but I knew they would cover. The spread was like 10. If one team not cover but not win, take Detroit because they play hard. So they're going to take every team to the brink. Still might lose. Eventually they're going to crack the win, but it's happened this week. We got Denver against Pittsburgh. I think Denver offensively is kind of falling into reality. They kind of like reality is kind of hitting, and teams are taking teams are adjusting to that what I call a crackerjack box of an offense. And the defense is still good, but the fact that the offense isn't playing keep away now. So now the defense is all the time getting off the field. Going against Pittsburgh team where, they had all the time running the football, but now all of a sudden Najee Harris cracks $120 on them. You know what I'm saying? So Denver has some faith angel. They got some things they got to work out. Then we got Miami against Tampa. Tampa just do what they do. I think now the way they're playing and the way they're winning games works for now. They're chucking the ball all over the place. They got targets all over the place, so they can do that. But really, they're going to have to start running the football. You have Leonard Fournette, you have Ronald Jones, you have the running back from Cincinnati, Giovanni Bernard. You're going to have to do some running of the football. Because when they went on their run last year, they had a dominant run game. Their offensive line was balling, and they was pounding it. And play action off of that, big plays. I think come November, December, and of course January playoff time, they're going to need that running game. And they can't just rely like it's there in their back pocket. Having a running game is more or less mentality. We saw Pittsburgh have that same issue. They can run a game, they can just go to it, and then they wasn't able to. Tampa has a much better line where they can. It's just about doing it. The thing that separates Tampa from other teams, say like from other teams that have questions on the defensive end, Tampa, at least defensively, they take away something. Defensively, Tampa takes away something. You're not running the football. They take away something. So being able to make teams one-dimensional, right now they're not capitalizing on it. They're not getting the pass rush. But moving forward, let's see what they do about it, because this time last year, it wasn't looking as good. Eventually, Todd Bowles started getting this shit together, learning how to use those pieces in the secondary. Not a great secondary, but use something. The pass rush coincidentally got better. Football is such a dependent sport. I'm saying? You need the back end to cover for that extra second so the pass rush can get there. You need the pass rush to get there for the extra second so to cover for the back end. It's such a dependent sport. Then you then you have New Orleans looking really good against Washington. Jameis looked like Jameis, throwing 4 touchdowns. He's Mr. Jekyll and Hyde. This is what you're gonna get out of him constantly. Now you got the Carolina Panthers. They wet the bed. They completely wet the bed. They messed that money up. You know, the defense did their job, forcing turnovers, but then the offense just turning the ball over. Carolina got some work to do. They got a lot of work to do to get back right. This was supposed to be a get right game. Then you have Tennessee. Tennessee getting a good get right game. This was a get right game. It definitely was a get right game against Jacksonville, winning by 20. Then you have New England needing to come back, needing to make a comeback to beat the Houston Texans. Lord Jesus Christ, they had to come back to beat the Texans. In Bill's eyes, that's just as good as a loss. So I can imagine what he's putting them through this week in practice. Then we have Chicago. Like, Raiders have a lot going on right now with everything that's coming out with John Gruden needing to resign. The offense only put up 9 points. I think that has something to do with it. I think the team knew. I think the team probably knew what we found out yesterday. Then the Raiders, and the Bears come to town, and I've said this again. It's amazing how much better that defense looks when it's playing with the lead. This is a team, a coaching staff, that went to the playoffs twice with Mitchell Trubisky. You now have this young kid. They actually can make the playoffs. You did it with Trubisky twice. Probably should have made a Super Bowl run one of those years. Just saying. People forget that. People talk all kind of shit about Matt Nagy, but let's speak the truth here. A lot of it is warranted, but let's speak the truth here. And we got Cleveland losing a tough one against LA. I called it. I said this game will go back and forth, but eventually Justin Herbert will make plays. I don't trust Baker. Baker has all the talent in the world on his team. All the talent in the world. And what they do great offensively, the Chargers don't do well defensively. The Chargers suck against the run. Nobody runs the ball better than Cleveland. Nobody. And they pound it right down their throat. And they got nothing for Justin Herbert. Nothing. And that young kid, Rashawn Slater. I know Penny Sewell was supposed to be the generational tackle. I don't know. Right now, Rashawn Slater's looking a lot better than him. A lot better. Then we got New York against the Cowboys. I'm going to keep it a stack. Cowboys look good. The fact that they're able to run the football the way they do. Once again, Jason Garrett calling that bootleg for Daniel Jones, and he ends up getting hit, concussed. Like, why'd you call that play? Why call that play? Once again, there's always something every week that pisses me off about Jason Garrett. But outside of Diggs, you can take advantage of that Cowboys secondary. Giants just showed it. Kadarius only caught 189 yards. The rookie. Like, what's going to happen if they have to play a team like Green Bay? Just saying. Arizona still look good, getting a close win, division game against San Francisco. Tough game. End of the day, San Francisco still has a defense. They still have great coaching. They can still run the football, even though they had a rookie at quarterback. And Arizona did what they needed to do. Buffalo. Buffalo was number 6. They weren't in my top 5. I had them at number 6. I damn near got to put them number 1, if not number 2. Top to bottom, Buffalo's probably the best team in football right now. Both sides. They're good against the run. They rush the passer. They got a rotation of guys. And I told you that kid from Miami and Gregory Rousseau. And he's part of that rotation, wreaking havoc, rushing the passer. And offensively, if you had to critique something offensively, I don't think they run the football enough. But what they are doing is not solely relying on big plays, but they're getting the big plays. The good thing about it is they're getting the big plays, and it's not just Stephon Diggs. That's the good thing. Last year it was all big plays, but it was only Stephon Diggs. Now it's more than just Stephon Diggs. That's what makes them dangerous. But the team that's really, really dangerous, in my opinion, right now, even though they have a slew of injuries, the Baltimore Ravens. I said this to y'all last week. I've noticed this year they're keeping Lamar Jackson in the pocket more. In the first couple of weeks, you saw turnovers come from there. In these last 2 weeks, I've seen him play better in the pocket than I've ever seen him before. And if he's going to be like what you saw last night, 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, he's going to be doing that from the pocket, and you know what he's capable of doing outside the pocket. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck. Good luck. You're not beating this kid. You can damn near do it single-handed. This is PlayStation shit right here. Yeah, for real. For real. This is PlayStation shit. You can't catch him. And if he's going to be doing this from the pocket like this, from the pocket, mind you have Sammy Watkins. He's healthy right now. Hollywood Brown is balling. You got the tight end Andrews. We still don't even have the receiver that they drafted. So he has targets. He's doing all this from the pocket. I watched that game now. Just paid attention now. They're still keeping him in the pocket. And he's protecting the football. If he's going to be doing this from the pocket, good luck. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to keep saying it. And I'm going to keep saying it. Good luck. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. That's my recap of Week 5. I'm out. Salute.